So a while back, Illinois passed a law that required that the Ten Commandments be displayed in all public schools throughout the state, and that was recently struck down by the Supreme Court. As it should have been, but I also don't think that really surprises anybody. I just find it very ironic that people support this kind of law who claim to value religious freedom. The thing is, you do not genuinely believe in and value religious freedom if you would support any law that would require the display of any type of religious text. That's not what freedom looks like. And this is one of those areas that I get frustrated as an atheist, because I do believe that religious freedom matters. I do believe it should be protected. I believe it should be defended. But then there are so many in this country who view religious freedom as enforcing their religion on other people. So it's like, I want to be on your side, but you're making it so hard. How am I supposed to defend you on religious freedom when you think that religious freedom is a weapon to use against other people? When Illinois passed this law, there were a lot of people in my life that are religious who were just absolutely thrilled with it. I get it to a degree if you believe that spreading Christianity is valuable and important. Obviously, I can't personally relate to that feeling. And don't get me wrong, when it comes to the Bible, there's a lot worse that you could display than the Ten Commandments. There's nothing innocent about the Bible as a book. But I, for one, would be appalled if anyone tried to teach the Bible to any child of mine. There are so many things in that book that are not appropriate for kids, that are kind of traumatizing messages, that are toxic messages. I don't want any part of it if I was raising kids. When it comes to the Ten Commandments specifically, it kind of drives me crazy when people say, well, this should just be the blueprint for our morals. Like, I'm sorry, there are a lot of situations in life that you're going to face where there is not a single commandment that is going to tell you what the answer is. I'm sorry, life is a little bit more complex than that. You can try your best to come up with 10 rules that you can just apply to every situation you're ever going to face in life. And if that's how you want to handle things, cool. But I don't think that's really a solid basis for much of anything. It might be a starting point. It might be a good starting point for something, but it can't really be a basis for your moral worldview. But also, 3 of the 10 Commandments have nothing to do with anything other than God's ego. I'm not concerned with the ego of your God. That has nothing to do with my moral basis. That shouldn't have anything to do with anyone's moral basis. So in terms of requiring it, I absolutely have a problem with a requirement that text that says there shall be no other God before me is displayed. That's insane. Don't know what's so hard to believe about not everyone believing in your God. I don't know what's difficult to grasp about that. I really don't see what the problem is. I will absolutely have other gods before you if that's what I want to do. Because that's my choice. So when they try to present it in this innocent way of, we just want to instill morals in kids, no, it's not about instilling morals in anybody. It is about the political agenda of Christian nationalism. That's what it boils down to. These kind of actions are not just innocent people trying to do the right thing. The bottom line here is we're seeing a lot of cases like this within the past several years. Christian nationalism has really, really amped up a lot. So if you're an atheist or someone who's just not a Christian and you're not paying attention to this stuff, next thing you know, there could be a Bible class in your public school. There could be a teacher who is required to display text that they morally disagree with. So I just feel like these are really important stories to pay attention to and speak out on. There are several examples that I would like to discuss in more detail on my video list right now, but if there are any specific cases that you would like to suggest, please leave a comment so I can look into it myself. And that's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed this video, have this video, or if you just supported this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.